Salutations to all our future judges. In this video, we are going to see how to get outstanding scores in judicial exams part 5. Already 4 parts have been published. Those who have not seen those 4 parts, please watch those 4 parts and then continue watching this 5th part so that you get the continuity of what has been stated. In addition to this, various videos have been published which are very helpful to the judicial aspirants. Kindly watch all those videos in the channel and it would be of great utility when you approach your exam. Before venturing into the video, I'd like to request you to have a notebook and make a note of the points which have been explained here so that it will be helpful for you to equip yourself for the judicial exams. And one more request I want to place is, please watch the video from the beginning till the end without skipping any part in between so that you understand the context or the aspects which have been stated in its entirety. Now, let us have a small recap of the stages which have already been covered. And as you all know, there are various stages to be crossed for getting outstanding scores in judicial exams, which have already been explained. And in this is stage 1, which is obtaining the requisite educational qualifications. Stage 2 is fulfilling the professional requirements. Stage 3 is shattering the mental block. And stage 4 is getting trained to handle external pressures. Already we have covered stage 1 to stage 3 and stage 4 partly. Now the balance in stage 4 would be covered in this video in addition to stage 5, which is knowledge acquisition, which will also be covered in this video. Now let us continue with stage 4, which is office pressure. Already we have covered peer pressure and family pressure. Now we are going to see the aspects pertaining to the office pressure. Now the basic fact is that any judicial aspirant would quite naturally go and join in an office, or he would have his own practice. In all these situations, there is a good possibility that he could have an office pressure, or he might even get employed in some cases. In that case also, there is a good possibility that he could have an office pressure. Now, let us see certain aspects regarding this office pressure. How it could happen? Your employer or senior may overburden you with work. The candidate might be overburdened, or the colleagues who are working along with that candidate who is a judicial aspirant, they may be lethargic or may not be supportive. And in some cases what happens is excessive burden or too much of work or too much of pressure will bring in fatigue and it will impact your studies. So now let us see what are the solutions we can have. Now the basic fact is use technology to reduce your burden. As you all know, there are plenty of technologies which are cropping up on a daily basis. So try to know what are the technologies which you can use to reduce your work burden. And if you're not in a position to do that, you can straight away request your colleague or your employer saying that you need their support. And that support is for a good cause. Try to convince them. Next, imagine if the colleagues are not supportive. Then in that case, what you can do is either you can say these facts to your employer or senior saying that since they are not supporting me, I'm not in a position to complete my regular course or my regular duties in this office because they are not supporting or they are not providing what is required. In that case, you can report this to the employer or senior. In other ways, you can even request the colleagues who are not supportive saying that unless you support, I may not be in a position to support you back. That would give you a remedy from this major problem. And in addition to this, what happens is due to work pressure, generally many of the juniors or sometimes even seniors who are doing or who are practicing on their own, they generally don't focus on having a good quality food. So what impact it would cause is that it would practically spoil their health. So generally what they do is they try to go for tasty foods. These tasty foods may be good for your tongue, but they may not be good for your health. So my suggestion is that try to avoid processed foods which contain too much of fat or salt or sugar. So what happens is when this office pressure comes, you'll be forced to eat in places which you actually don't prefer to eat, but you'll be forced to eat there. And in some cases, you'll be eating snacks which are really not good for your health. So what happens is, adding fuel to the fire, there is already you're facing external pressure from the office. In addition to this, if your health also fails, you won't be in a position to study properly or focus in your studies. So there should be a proper balance between your work, personal life, and your studies or your goal oriented or career oriented aspects. So it is very essential that in each and every candidate should ensure that they take the right food. And one more simple suggestion is, take foods which are easily digestible. When they are easily digestible, you are more active and your memory power or your retention power would be much more higher. So prefer foods of these kind. For example, it could be vegetables, fruits, or even fruit juices in some cases. You can have these foods in addition to the normal food what you have. That would really help you travel great miles. The stage 5 is knowledge acquisition. Let me make it very clear to you that knowledge not only includes your ability to understand law or ability to recollect whatever you learned. It is not just that, because as a judicial aspirant, it is very essential that you need to have an overall development, including being physically fit, mentally fit, and psychologically fit. All these are equally important. So not just learning the law, you need to have the overall knowledge or overall development, which is very much essential for a judicial aspirant. The next thing is, you stop typing and start writing wherever possible. When there is an opportunity for you to write, better write. The reason I'm saying this is, when you start writing, your ability to express yourself in writing improves. And in main exam, we are going to write, we are not going to type. So this would give you a very good practice. And if you are attending classes, better start taking notes in English once, and the next time you start taking notes in regional language. So what happens is, you get a complete command of the language when you start writing in two languages. If there is a possibility, if you are having the ability in another language, then you can try to take notes in that language as well. And you need to continue this for a longer period so that you get a complete command on the language. Next is, you need to read more judgments and try to correlate them to the applicable laws. And another aspect is, try to solve previous year question papers. I've already posted a video as to how you should write the answers for the civil judge exams. Those who have not seen those videos, please watch that video. It would be of great help to you. And regularly listen to YouTube videos. I would like to stress here that repeated listening gives you a great value. It automatically gets memorized. And next is, don't watch only subject related videos. Start listening to videos which would equip you in all facets. And regularly start taking notes from barracks. Make it a habit. And always prepare a revision note which you can revise during exams. Of course, in this channel, videos will be provided for you to revise, just like this 10 minutes lecture series, which you can use for revision as well. However, repeated viewing of those videos will give you more marks. And next is, read all barracks along with commentary if possible. Listen to various webinars and lectures regularly. This would improve your knowledge. This would improve your capability and skills on a regular basis. If you like the video, please press the thumbs up button and also the subscribe channel. Do share the video with your friends and help them come up in their life. Your comments are most welcome in this channel. If you feel that I've left something out, or if you want me to put a video on a specific subject, please do post all those aspects in the comment. I'll try to post a video or I'll try to respond to your comment. Let us join hands together and contribute for a learned society. Thank you.